the Angie Bell with my fairy treasures. Okay, you guys, I finished my poncho, my lacy poncho. I'll come up closer so you guys can see the stitch and stuff, but I just wanted to show you. So this is it. So it's just two big rectangles sewn together at the shoulders with the place for the head. So this is the back. And I absolutely love it. Nothing's one size fits all completely, but this is really close to one size fits all. And this probably ended up being like a large, extra large. But even somebody medium can wear this too. So it's just really super forgiving. I'll give you guys all the particulars if you want to make something like this. So super simple, and I love doing it. So I just wanted to let you guys show you guys that I got this finished. And I absolutely love it. You can throw it on over anything. You can throw it over a pair of shorts, a pair of spandex, a pair of jeans. This could be something you can throw over a swimsuit. It's just, I just love pieces like this. So I'll be knitting a lot more of these. Okay, let me come in a little closer and we'll talk about the particulars, but you can see the stitch. So here's the stitch. So, and it's really super simple. I've been talking about this for the last two podcasts. I've been talking about this because it took me about 2 weeks to get it done. So, let me get, where is here it is. I was looking for my project bag. So this is the project bag that I'm using right now. I love to use the bags from Dollar Tree because I have so many of them. My projects are big, so I usually need a pretty big thing. Isn't that pretty? Then I always like to put a couple pom-poms on there. This little guy here, got from Hobby Lobby on clearance. And then a little pom-pom kitty from Dollar Tree. Is that necessary? No. I just like to, you know, decorate everything. Okay. So, the knitting needle size I used was, let me show you about the yarn first. And let me get some readers on. Okay, this is the yarn that I used right here. I talked about this before, but this is the one we got. It was regularly $6.49. I got it for only $1.62, and it's 100% mercerized cotton. And if you never worked with mercerized cotton, it's not like super soft like I love this cotton, but it's not kitchen cotton either. It's kind of in between and closer to the softer side. So this feels really nice, and I guess it's really they say it's really, really strong. So you can make garments with it, but then you can also make bags with it. So it's really nice. And to make this, I used 2 of these balls. And so how much yardage did I use? This is 218. I used 2 of these balls plus just a little bit of another one. Like another 3 rows, 2 or 3 rows of a third ball. So not too much more. In fact, if you just want to just knit it out with the 2 balls of 218, so you're looking at like basically 440, right around there, 440 yards. You can just use that, and any cotton fabric will do. So this was fabulous. You could also do this probably with worsted weight too. So this is what I used. That's how much yarn I used. And the knitting needle size on here calls for, what's it call for? It calls for a lot smaller, but since I'm doing lace knitting, a lace knitting pattern, it calls for a, I think like a 3. The stupid price tag's in the way. Just a second. Let me see if I can get this off. I'm just curious what it tells you that you need to knit with. And this is a sport weight, but any cotton yarn, like especially wearable cotton, will work. So you don't have to have a sport weight. I could do this easily with any cotton. Like I love this cotton, would be perfect. Or any of the others, like the 50-50, 50% cotton, 50% polyester, I think it is. That's what the 50-50 is at Hobby Lobby. A lot of us got it during the clearance. Yeah, it's a US 4. Okay, but with this pattern, it's said to use an 11 because you're doing lace knitting. So I did put it on a cable. I don't know if this is a 50 or 60 inch cable. I'm not sure. But anyway, you need like a 40 or 50 inch cable. You don't really need a 60. It's probably overdoing it, but this is the one I had. And then these are the needles. Aren't those needles beautiful? These are Knitter's Pride. I also have Knit Picks, and I believe that they're made I think they're made by the same people, but they're fabulous. Well, they must not be made by the same, because I try to use the cables from the Knit Picks to the Knitter's Pride. Knitter's Pride you get at Hobby Lobby. Knit Picks needles you get at Knit Picks. The cable doesn't fit on both, so I guess they're not the same, but they look super similar. Okay, so size 11 on that. And then this is really simple. Again, I will have it's JoannesWeb where I went to get this. So if there's a video, so you can follow the video. Also, she has it written out too. And she says that you need 500 yards. I only used 440, I think I told you guys. So maybe 450 yards. But I completely changed this pattern, okay? For one, let me just tell you what I did. Okay, so I cast it on 66 stitches. But when you do this, you have to cast them on super loose. So you need to have a lot of space, because you're going to have to go back and you're going to have to knit 2 stitches together. So you need to get you need to be able to get your knitting needle into the 2 stitches. So you need to cast on really loosely, like really big loops, okay? So you cast on, like I said, 66 stitches. Okay, then it says for a small knitted out, you're going to knit 2 rectangles. Okay, this is how I did it, okay? I knitted out 2 rectangles. A small 42 inches, a medium 46, and a large 50. I actually knitted mine out to 48 inches because it was big enough. But that's the pattern you can follow if you want to make this like the original, and I'll tell you about that in a second. The lace stitch is super simple. It's multiples of 3. So when you cast on, it's always multiples of 3. It's a 1 row repeat. Stitch 1, yarn over, bring the yarn to the front. That's a yarn over. So stitch 1, yarn over, knit 2 stitches together. Just keep repeating that. Stitch 1, yarn over, knit 2 stitches together. And that's it. It's so simple. It's potato chip knitting. You guys know I love potato chip knitting. So that's it. And then now the original pattern is you're not supposed to make 2 panels. You only make 1 panel, and then the way you fold it, it comes out like this. Okay, you guys ignore that. That's some little error in the printing. So it's a triangular shawl or a triangular poncho. But what happened to me was when I had knitted just the one rectangular panel, okay, you're supposed to, I'm just looking to see here. Come on, where is it at? Okay, the width is supposed to be 16 inches, okay? Not the length of how far you're knitting it out, just the width, like how much you cast on is supposed to be 16 inches. Well, mine was 23 inches. Because you have to cast on really super loosely. Well, I guess I went a little too loose. And then that's what happened. I made mine 23 because you need it to be 16 because of the way you fold it to make that triangle. So anyway, if you cast on, if you want to make what I made, if you cast on super, super loose, like pretty big loops, you're going to come out somewhere around 23 inches. If you don't do it as loopy when you cast it on, you can try to get to the 16 inches and make the triangular shawl. So really what you're doing is you're getting 2 patterns in one. The way I did it, ended up having to do it, and then the way the directions work. I will put the video, a link to the video below, so that if you want to make it the way it's supposed to be, you can look at the video. Or you can do what I did, how I told you guys to do it. You knit 1 panel to how much? Me and my readers. I did mine up to 48 inches. If you think you want it larger than a large, extra large, then go ahead and go for the 50. But I knitted mine out to 48. And then what I did is I just put the 2 triangles together. So let's just show you. Okay, so here's 2 triangles, right? I put them together like this. So here's 2, put them together. I sewed here, and then I sewed here. And I left a place for my head. Now, I didn't have a pattern to know where to stop at and how much room to leave for my head, right? So I just sewed to about right here and then sewed to about right here. And I knew where I sewed to was still too big, which is what you want to do. Put it on, and then look at it, and then take and pin up where exactly you want to stop it at. So that's what I did. So after I sewed it to about right here to right here, kind of the halfway point, I put it on. So now at least it's sewn enough that I can put it on. And then I looked at it and went, okay, this is where I want my head to go. And then I just pinned it where else I needed to go up to sew it to, and then left a place for my head. I did not sew up the sides because I want to be able to wear this any way I want to wear it. Like if I want to wear this in the front, like a triangular shawl, I can, or a triangular poncho, I can. So that's it, I think. Let me just make sure that's all the directions on this. Yeah, so the way I told you to do this, it's like you're getting 2 patterns in one, because you can do it like I did, or you can do it like the directions said and end up with this triangle shawl. Now the triangle shawl in the back, what I was kind of bummed out about the back, it's not, I wanted it to be a triangle in the front and a triangle in the back. In the back, it only goes to about right here. So it's like a poncho shrug. I wouldn't just call it a poncho. So anyway, but I like how this one turned out, and this is how I'm gonna be making mine. So I think that's it with that. Oh, and then I'll just show you guys really quickly. Next yarn I'm going to be using to make these. So I have these piled in my bag. I'm going to use the Hint of Silk Dusty Rose. This will probably be my next one. Isn't that gorgeous? You guys, this is like silk. This is so soft. And it is, what is it? 85% bamboo and 15% silk. Knitting needle size 8 and crochet hook size 6. And I don't think this is a knitting needle size 8. To me, this is just like a 3 or 4 weight. Look at that. I don't know who makes up these weights, but anyway. And then the next one I'll start in on is this one. Look how beautiful this is. Is this the Stitch 101 Acetate Blush? Okay, it has the prettiest sheen to it. So does this one. This has a pretty sheen to it too. Now, so this is like a rose pink, which I think is just so pretty. This is a real soft baby pink. And there's the thing. And I got these dirt cheap. I got this one for $1.49, regularly $5.99. $5.99, got this one for $1.49 also. This says Stitch 101. It's blush. 180 yards. This other one's 130 yards. So this one's 180 yards, 100% acetate, US 8. Again, it's not an 8. Look at that. See, that's not an 8. Anyway, this will make one of these fabulously. So I'm excited. So 2 more of these. So one out of the more rose and one more out of the blush pink. So I'm excited. So that'll be on my needles pretty soon. Just a second. So this will be on my needles pretty soon. All right. Put all this back in here. All right, project 1 done. I was going to show you guys another one of my boho cardigans, but I kind of have a lot of stuff to show you guys today, so I'll show a boho cardigan next week. Because I probably won't have any finished objects next week, so I'll show 1 or 2 of my boho cardigans, which is a finished object. So, because I've done so many of them over the years, and people want to see them, because I'm always talking about them, so I thought I'll stretch it out, and, you know, when I don't have a finished project, I'll pull one of those out as a finished project to show those. But today, I had my Lacy Poncho. Okay, I'm so excited about this. I love things like this. Okay, what are we doing next? Oh, okay. Works in progress. What I'm working on. I'm so excited. I showed you guys this last week, and I casted it off. But this is the bag I'm using. Isn't this a fabulous bag? Look at this cherry blossom bag. Dollar Tree. And then I have 2 pom-poms on here. The cat pom-pom in white, and then this one here. I get these always at Dollar Tree. Whenever I see the pretty whites, pinks, robin's egg blue, lavenders, I pick them up. Well, I don't pick up as many pom-poms anymore because I have an obscene amount now. So unless they're really different, I try not to pick any up anymore because it gets crazy. Okay. I'll show you that in a second. That's really exciting too. Okay, so my boho cardigan. I'm making it, I showed you guys last week, out of this stuff. the superwash merino 100% wool. And you guys know the superwash means that you can wash and dry it. I don't know if you can dry it, but you can wash in the washing machine. And also it's super soft. So usually if you're allergic to like wool, or you don't doesn't feel comfortable, they've done something, treated it somehow that it's super soft and you can wash it in the washing machine. So this is the colorway I'm using. And we all know we got these at Hobby Lobby for $3.74, regularly $15. Isn't this gorgeous, you guys? Oh, I just think it's so beautiful. $3.74, regularly $15. It does say a knitting needle size 10. I'm using a 15. I'll explain that in a second. Each hank is 110 yards, 100% superwash merino. And I know you can wash in the washing machine. I don't know about drying. I can never read these little symbols. And this is a bulky weight 5. Okay. It's not really a 5. I think it's between a 4 and a 5 because that's not the bulkiest I've ever seen. But it's working up nice. So it's like a light bulky. So let me show you guys. Put this down. All right, so I'm on my second ball, and this is what it's looking like. It's just one, because what you do, I'll explain in a second, but look how pretty it's knitting up. So this is how big it is. It's really, really big. And look how it's knitting up. Isn't that pretty? It's knitting up so beautifully. You guys, this boho cardigan is going to be absolutely gorgeous. I am so excited about it. Okay, oh, I guess I should leave these on. And I've talked about this a lot of times. I do have a video, or I do have directions about how to make this boho cardigan the way I make it. So I'll leave a link to that video. I have my own directions, so I will leave in the description how I do it. Also, I have a video on how to make the boho cardigan too, but I do change things up a little bit, so that's why I'm going to give you the video and then directions of how I do it. It'll be listed in the description, and then if you want to make the boho cardigan, between the two you can decide how you basically want to do it. It's super simple. Nothing I do is hard, like I always say. On this one, I cast down 115 stitches. 115 stitches is going to get you like probably like a little bit below the calf area, so it'll be nice and long. You can knit it out to 55 inches, and if you knit it out to 55 inches, you're looking at probably medium large, something like that. You can knit it anywhere between 49. Let me say it like this: you can knit it out from, you're just making one big rectangle. That's all you're doing. Okay. You can knit it out between 49 and 55 inches. So at 49 inches, you're probably looking at like a medium, and a small person could wear that. Okay. Then, I don't know, 50, 52, you're looking at a medium large, and a 53, anywhere between 53 and 55, you're looking at a large, extra large. So it's a large, extra large at 55 inches if you knit it all the way out to there, okay? 49 inches, you're looking at a small, and in the middle there, 51, 52, you're looking at like a medium large. So I hope that makes sense. You guys, it's very forgiving. You guys see how I do, this is how I create art too. I'm very loose, okay? So there's a lot of leeway in there, okay? So pretty much it's gonna fit you. Okay, oh, and if you need like, okay, 55, you're looking at a large, extra large. And I usually knit it out to a large, to 55, because I like mine to fit really big. So you're at a large, extra large. But if you want an extra large to like a 2X, add on 4 inches. And then if you want a 2X to a 3X, add on 4 more inches onto that. Okay? Because what I've found out, because I have an eBay store, and sometimes I have to figure out sizes. When I look at my chart, to go from a medium to a large, it's always 4 inches. To go from a large to an extra large, it's 4 inches. So 4 inches is what it takes to get yourself up to another size, in another clothing size. So let's just say you knit it out to 55. You cast on 115 stitches, knit it out to 55 inches. And it's super simple. I've shown this a lot of times. Here's your rectangle, okay? You're going to fold it like this. You're going to sew it here. Leave a 9-inch armhole. Sew it from the top here. Leave a 9-inch armhole. Now, if you're going into like, and this is for a large, extra large. If you're going from an extra large to a 2X, then, you know, maybe leave yourself 10 inches. Give yourself another inch. So adjust it like that. And then you just take it after you sew it to here, and then from here to here, and from here to here, there's your armholes, right? Then you just take this and just go like this. And the armholes will be there, and then you just put your boho cardigan on. So it's super simple. So between what I'm telling you right now, I'll leave the directions that I had in another video from a long time ago. I'll just copy and paste it in the description. And also the video, I'll attach the video on so you can watch the video. Between all that, you can get it. And plus, it's so simple, you guys. So, like I always say, nothing I do is difficult, okay? I like things to look difficult or look like I spent some time, which I usually do spend some time. It's knitting, but it's always, basically, I like to make things out of rectangles and pretty yarn. Rectangles and pretty yarn. Okay, so that is it for this one. I am so excited about this. I hope I have this done by next week. I know I probably won't, but I hope I do. Oh, and this is what I've been doing. I've been knitting an hour and a half at night and an hour and a half in the morning every day. And that's really getting me to get projects done a lot faster and just, you know, keep up with my knitting projects. So, you know, they always say you have to make time for your art or for your craft, whatever you're doing, or you'll never get to it, you know? So, all right. So I'm going to put this back. Okay, the next, I have one more project that I'm working on that I'm going to show you guys. But before I do that, I also spin art yarn. I don't spin worsted weight yarn. I spin art yarn. And what art yarn is this? Look how fabulous this is. So let me open it up and show you. Let me see. So art yarn is a lot of twists and knots. Also, I like to use sheep's locks. I like to spin sheep's locks too. So I make knots, I make bobbles, I knit and I spin in sheep's locks. Sometimes I spin in strips of fabric or strips of ribbon. I'm just looking this. Okay, there we go. So I'll show you. And I do this all on my spinning wheel. I have a couple of videos. If you go into my knitting podcast videos, you'll see the videos. See, that's a sheep's lock right there. Also, this is dyed with Kool-Aid. Kool-Aid and vinegar. So I dyed all this with Kool-Aid and vinegar. And again, there's a sheep's lock right there. Isn't that cool? So it's just a lot of fun. I don't even know how to spin like some worsted weight or, God forbid, like a weight 2 or 3. Look how cool that looks. Isn't that cool? So you can knit with this. Especially, you got to do it like in a lace pattern so that you can skip over a lot of like where the bobbles are and stuff and just knit in between. And that's hard to explain, but I'll show you. Also, this is really good for trims. It's good for fringe. This girl, she knitted like a lace pattern. She yarned over twice, and so she made big holes so that she can make room for like stuff like that. Isn't that cool? And she made like a shawl / necklace. So that's what I want to do with this. And I also want to use it in, I also want to use it as fringe. I'm just looking at what's going on here. Just a second. There's another sheep's lock. Aren't those cool? And then I'll show you this other one that I have. It's on the spool still. This one is more peacock colors. I did a lot of like the peacock colors. Let me see if I can get this. Okay, here we go. Look at that sheep's lock. That's done with Kool-Aid. Can you guys believe that? Look at that. That's done with Kool-Aid. Oh, no. You know what? I did use Kool-Aid, but you know what I started using? Cake dye. Sorry. Skip the Kool-Aid. Cake dye works better. I was doing it with Kool-Aid. This is all cake dye. I was using Kool-Aid, which does a pretty good job, but the cake dye is way more intense. So that's why I use cake dye. That you get at Michael's, Joann's, wherever. Look how cool that sheep flock is. Look how cool this one is. Look at that one. Isn't that cool? There's another sheep lock. More baubles, more knots. So I like to do knots, baubles. It's like that's a bauble. That's a knot. And that's a sheep's lock. And then sometimes I do this gold, I forgot what they call it, but it looks like stuff you throw, tinsel, like you throw on a Christmas tree, but it's real soft, and you can, look at that, cake dye. You can spin it into your art yarn and give it sparkle. Look how pretty that purple is. Can you believe that? And these long locks like this are called Lindsay Dale. See how nice and long they are? And look how shiny. I love it. Just absolutely love it. So that is art yarn. And I learned how to spin this like 5 or 6 years ago. I have a few different people that I watch, and I can't, their names are not hitting me right now. Just one second, you guys. Let me just wind this back up. Look how gorgeous that sheep block is. Look how pretty that is. Isn't that cool? I mean, some people may not think this is cool. Some people may think that's a big damn mess. But I like stuff like this, so I'm all about it. Look how pretty. I'm all about it. Look how pretty that is. So, and so right now I think I have 3 hanks of this that I've done, of this colorway. So here, I've wound them up into balls, and then here. This one's a little bit more intense because than this one, see, a little bit more. So these kind of go together here, and then I have more, see, they're a little bit different. Because this is more the peacock colors. This is more of like the cotton candy colors kind of, but a little bit richer. So anyway, I love doing this kind of stuff. So fun. Okay. I use a spin solution. Yeah, spin solution machine. Spinning machine. I'm trying to think, it's Spinolution. Yeah, Spinolution Spinolution machine. I'm trying to think of the girl's name who I bought it from. She's Ashley Mortineau. I'll try to make sure I put a link to that. Let me write this down. If you're interested in checking it out, I bought my spinning machine through her, and also I watched a lot of her videos, and then I watched a couple of other people's videos on learning how to spin art yarn. I'll write that down. Ashley Martineau. It's hard for me to... Martineau. So she has a lot of good videos on spinning art yarn. She doesn't spin locks too much. I learned that from another girl, and I'm trying to think of her name. God, I haven't seen. I'll try to write down some of these people. I'll write this down to look up art yarn YouTubers. Because there's 2 more people. And the one I'm trying to think of, Namaste Yarns. That's it. Namaste Yarns. That's where I learned how to spin. Namaste Yarn is where I learned how to spin the locks. And a lot of different things like knots and bobbles, and between all of them I just learned a lot of stuff. So, and there's one other girl named Punky something, and I'll write her name down too in the description. What else did I need to put in the description I was going to tell you guys about? Oh, the Boho cardigan. The directions that I use for the Boho cardigan. Okay. All right, so we have that down. You guys check these out. These are so pretty. I got these at Dollar Tree, and I'm going to be making some really cute necklaces that you make with resin and stuff. Anyway, and I need some beads to bead it. I didn't really need any more beads. I had lots of beads. So I picked up quite a few of these packs, but also I thought these would be great for stitch markers. Let me show you the bead. I think they're plastic. I saw someone haul these a while back, and I've never seen them until the last time I was at Dollar Tree. Yeah, they're plastic, but who cares? They're so pretty. Look how pretty that is. Isn't that gorgeous? Has like a pearlescence to it. So anyway, I want to make a necklace out of that with this with molds and acrylic resin and glitter and stuff in the resin. I just started making them. They come out gorgeous. I can probably make stitch markers out of what I just said too, and also stitch markers from just the beads. So excited about those. So if you want to make stitch markers and you like these beads, you can get those at Dollar Tree. Okay. Next, let me show you one more thing that I'm working on. I already showed you guys this last week. What I'm going to do is I'm going to finish this V-Shawl before I start in on another one of these ponchos. So I'm going to be working on the Boho cardigan and this V-Shawl. Once I get the V-Shawl done, then I'll replace that with making more of these Lacy cardigans. But this V-Shawl, so what I like to do is an hour of I'll do an hour of my Boho cardigan, and then I'll do a half an hour of the V-Shawl. So an hour on my main project and a half an hour on my secondary project. So that's how I decided to work 2 projects at a time. And I just thought I'd share that with you guys because, you know, sometimes you're like, how the heck are you working on more than one project? So, or if you have more than one project, maybe work it like that. Like, you put in a good amount of time on your main project and then have your side piece and do that for like half an hour, 20 minutes or 15 minutes, whatever you want to do. So, this is the shawl I'm working on. And I've had this on the needles for a long time. That's why I'm like, I need to focus and get this done. It's ridiculous. I put it away and forgot about the damn thing. But this is a V-Shawl, and you can just keep knitting it to however how big you want. And it's super simple. And I'll tell you what yarn I'm using in just a second. See how... So I already have it pretty big. Okay. So I want it quite a bit bigger though, because I just want a really big like blanket shawl. So I'll be knitting on it for quite a bit longer. But you can knit it just as long as you want it to be. And it's super simple. I'll tell you guys about it in just a second. The yarn I'm using, look how pretty the yarn is. Look how pretty it's knitting up. Isn't that gorgeous? And it almost looks like lace knitting because I'm using a super large, I'm using a pretty large knitting needle for the yarn. So, so this is the yarn I'm using. Isn't it gorgeous? I love all the sparkle in it. Look how beautiful. It's shawl and a ball. Remember a few years ago we got the shawl and the ball for like $1 or $2 a skein? I bought a ton. So, and some people don't like the sparkle. I love the sparkle. I think it's gorgeous. And it's super nice and soft. So it's shawl and a ball, and I guess they're gonna stop making shawl and the ball and shawl and a cake. I'm waiting for them to clearance it out, because then if they do, I'll buy a ton of it. So I'm just waiting for them to clearance it out. If they're not gonna make it anymore, why don't you guys? No one's clearancing it out, and I've heard that they're not making it anymore. Okay, it's 61% cotton, 34% acrylic, and 5% other fibers. It's 481 yards. So I'm really, one ball will make a shawl, but I'm probably going to use a ball and a half to 2 balls because I want this shawl to be huge, like all my projects. Medium weight 4, it's not a 4. It says that it's a knitting needle size 8 and a crochet hook size 12S. Oh, really quickly, because I didn't discuss that for my crocheters. Bag O'Day has a good crochet pattern for the boho cardigan. And because how she described it, I don't understand crochet yet because I'm going to be learning how to crochet. She just says you're making one big square, one big rectangle. So how she explained it, it seems like how I'm knitting mine. So I put a link to her video below, how to make the boho cardigan in crochet. Okay. Yeah, that's what I want to tell you guys. So, okay, I'm going back now to the triangular shawl. I'm just trying to see. Okay, the color's called Prisma. And I told you all the other particulars on it. Yeah. See how thin this is? This is not a medium weight. This is like a sport weight. You guys look. That's thinner than the stuff I made this out of. Okay. So this said a knitting needle size 8. I'm not using an 8. I think I'm using a 10. I'm using a 10. So they said if you want it to look a little bit more lacy, like though you want the knit to be a little more open and to make it more flowy, go up a couple knitting needle sizes. So they said an 8, I went up to a 10. So, and I'll have the directions like everything else right below. So, and anything I make, and if I don't have a pattern for you in crochet, anything I make, you guys, you can just look it up for crochet on YouTube. If you want to make a V-Shawl, I'm sure they have V-Shawl crochet pattern. I haven't seen that yet, but I'm sure they do. Okay, for the V-Shawl, this is how easy it is. You cast on 3 stitches, stitch 1, yarn over, knit to the end of the row. So the first thing you do is cast on 3 stitches. You don't keep casting on 3 stitches, just cast on 3 stitches. Okay, now you cast on your 3 stitches, right? You stitch 1, you yarn over, knit to the end of the row. Stitch 1, yarn over, knit to the end of the row. So you're starting out with 3 stitches on the bottom and it just builds out like this. That's why you can just build it out as big as you want. That's it. Simple, like always. So the directions for that will also be in the description below. Very simple. Again, potato chip knitting, but look how beautiful. I'm using beautiful yarn, the drama of a triangle. So it's just going to be gorgeous when it's all done. I love it. So we'll see how far I get with this next week. Hopefully I have one of these done. Hopefully I can finish this because this is almost done. So, and my bag that I'm using, I showed this last week, is I take tote bags, and I used to belong to this community where everybody alters stuff with laces and doilies and fabrics and stuff. And I made this then. So this is just a bunch of wedding appliques. Aren't they gorgeous? And then this is a handmade flower. Isn't that pretty? Then a bunch of laces and rose trim. And then I just covered it with a piece of fur on the back and some other trim here. And then 2 pom-poms, 1 purple one, Dollar Tree, and then a pink one, Dollar Tree. And I use these as project bags, but I also use them as purses. So either way, I use them as both. So right now I'm using it as a project bag for this project. So that's going to go back in there. All right, just a second. I need to be a little more careful with how I'm putting my projects in my project bag and not just throw them in there. They already tangle up enough by just trying to be careful when you put them in there. Okay. There we go. That didn't look very neat, but it is. And I worked that on a cable. I don't know, it's either, I usually buy 40, 50, or 60-inch cables. I usually buy either 40-inch cables or I think 60-inch. I don't think there's 50 now that I think about it. So somewhere in between a 40 and a 60-inch cable. So, all right. Oh, I wanted to share. Let me put this back in here. I wanted to share. Let me grab some water. Some fabric, you guys. Okay, we're talking fibers. So anything in the fiber thing, I think fits into this whole this knitting podcast. If you make project bags, whether you're altering them like I do out of totes, or you're sewing them, you know, from scratch from a pattern, or whatever you want to sew or make, Hobby Lobby has 40% off their fabric, and normally they have 30%. So 40% is a really good deal. And I bought a bunch of fabric because I made myself a bunch of skirts with like an elastic waist, but they're maxi skirts. They go way down to my ankles. So I made one already, and I made one out of this fabric. So I don't have any more. That's all I have left of this fabric. Oh, actually, I just bought a little bit more, so I do have more of this fabric. But anyway, this is what I made the skirt, the maxi skirt out of. And that pattern to make this is so simple, you guys. I've never made an elastic waist skirt maxi that goes down to my ankles before. I will put that down below too. It's a video. I'll put a link to the video. How to make it so simple, you guys. How to make a maxi skirt with an elastic waist. It was so cool because I've never made a skirt before. I've never made a maxi skirt. So I learned how to put an elastic waist in. I learned how to sew up the sides. I learned how to hem. And it's so simple. So if you can straight line sew with a sewing machine, you can make yourself some beautiful skirts. So anyway, I love the whole, what is it called? It's called Fairy K. It's the whole, oh, I'm trying to think of what that whole style is called. Why is it? Sometimes my brain in these videos, oh my goodness. The style I like is called Fairy K, where everything is very kitschy and very girly and very pink. So I made a skirt out of this, you guys, a maxi skirt. It's donuts. So I got enough of this to cover another tote. So I'll have a purse, or I turn the totes into purses. So I'll have a purse in the fabric and the skirt, the maxi skirt. Okay, these are all gonna be maxi skirts. I got Disney fabric to make another one. Isn't that fabulous? All the Disney princesses. And I bought this also on when they sell the small little fat quarters. I already have some of that, so I have enough to make a purse out of that one too. Then here's another one. This is Kitty's. Now, you may not like this whole Fairy K type of anime type of look. Very girly, very cutesy. So, don't get this fabric. There's tons of fabric, but all their fabric, all of it's 40% off. Now, this fabric is really cute also for project bags. So, if you like to make project bags, or like me, you like to alter canvas bags and make them into bags, this would be a fabulous sale to go do that too. How cute. Ice cream cones and hamburgers and candies and strawberries. I just love it. I'm still trying to think of the word I'm trying to think of about this type of style. And then this is very shabby chic, very girly, very pretty with the roses. And like I said, I got enough to do maxi skirts out of all these, and also purses to match, like totes to match. Purse, totes, whatever. I love this fabric. I got this last year. I made a gnome out of it. This year it'll be a skirt, a maxi skirt, and a purse. Isn't that gorgeous? I was so happy when I seen that. This one's really cool. Very kitschy. I love it. Maxi skirt and tote. Kawaii. That's all I'm going to say. All this is very kawaii. And then they have different styles of kawaii. Like the one I like is Fairy K, which is very girly, bows in the hair. I didn't even know about this whole kawaii thing, exactly what it all was about. But I ran into it on YouTube and I'm like, I kind of dress like that. And especially recently, like I've been putting bows in my hair. So these girls who are into the kawaii look, they wear bows. Everything's very girly. My whole room is girly and kawaii. I mean, look, you guys. So I'm like, I'm into this. I am into this. So then when I saw 40% off fabric, and I went there and they had the cutest fabrics. Okay, look at the teacups. And this, I'm sure this isn't everybody's style whatsoever. But I love it. And then this is gorgeous. I made a Tilda doll a few years ago, and this was her dress. It was a Tilda doll that I actually made and gave away. Can you believe I gave a Tilda doll away? To Amador. He's a crafter, and he lives here in Las Vegas, and I made him a Tilda doll for his birthday. This was like 10, 12 years ago. So, and I think I used this fabric for the dress for his Tilda doll. Isn't that gorgeous? So shabby chic, so girly. Love it. That would match my hair bow. So I got all this, and for a really good price. I did have to go back because I wanted a little bit more for purses, and also watch it. If you're gonna make these skirts, everything I just needed 1.5 yards, but I needed 2 yards for ones like this because of how they line up. Like there's a certain way they go, so you can't fold the fabric this way because the cups will be this way. Anyway, so ones that the pattern matters, you need 2 yards. Otherwise, 1.5 yards will work. And maybe you need 2 yards really because if you want to make a purse or, you know, anyway. Or maybe 2.5 yards you'll need. I'm trying to think how that works. Oh, I'm completely wrong. I made my skirt too big at first, so I had to make it smaller. You probably only need 1 yard of fabric to make the skirts. Unless it's the fabric, unless it's like this. Then you'll need 2 yards because of how you have to, you can't fold the fabric because things won't line up. So 1 yard to 2 yards. If you want to have a purse or a bag, 1/2 yard will probably do it. At least it covers my tote bags. So anyway, to make purses. And as I make these things, I'll show them to you guys. In fact, I made the skirt and I wore it today to Hobby Lobby to get my fabric. I need to get a little bit more. And the girls went crazy over the maxi skirt. I'll show the maxi skirt next week. I'll wear it next week. And you guys can see it. And whatever else. I'll show whatever else I make too. And when I get the bags done, I'll show those. And I'll try to, I have a bunch of fabric I showed you guys last week that I got from Dollar Tree to alter tote bags to make into project bags. And I'll be giving those away in giveaways. So we got a lot of good stuff coming. Okay, did I talk about everything? Okay, so now I'm going to tell you guys, I'm going to go ahead and announce the giveaway winner. Sometimes I do a separate video, but today I'm going to announce the giveaway winner from last week here. But before I do that, I want to let you guys know, well, you know, let me announce the giveaway winner, and then I have a little surprise for you guys. If you haven't seen it already, I've kind of given out clues here and there, so in different lives I've been in, or also I did a little community page thing, so I'll tell you about it in a second though. All right, so the winner of the giveaway. And before I announce the winner of the giveaway, let's just show you what you get. Okay, you can choose the purple bag, and the person who won this is going to probably want the purple bag. It's a purple little backpack, which I think these are so cute for project bags. Or you can choose this bag, so you can tell me which bag you want. This one says, "Let the sea set you free." It's a really nice big project bag. It's really a tote bag, but we call them project bags. Then I have some yarns for you guys to choose. Just a second. Is it 3 skeins of this? Yeah, or 1 of that. Okay. But the person who won, which I'm going to announce in a second, I pretty much know which yarn she's going to choose. Okay, so I added this because of the person who won. She might want this. You get 4 skeins of this. I love this yarn. It's purple. Can anybody guess who won the giveaway already? It's called Purple Gradient. You guys know I love this yarn. It's so soft. It's 196 yards. So if you get 4 of them, that's 2, 4, 6, 8. 800 yards. You can make almost anything with 800 yards, right? 100% acrylic and a medium weight. Okay, so you get 4 of these. So you choose which color you want. So there's 4 of these. So you can choose 4 of those. There we go. Or you can choose 2 of these. These are the Karen cakes, lava cakes. Okay. It's wool, it's medium weight 4, 80% acrylic, 20% wool, and there's a lot of yardage, 457. That's why I'm giving you 2 cakes. You'll have 1,000 yards. Basically, you can do whatever you want. Isn't that cool? I love that. I love neutral colors like that. I'm weird. I love colors neutral like this, but then I love all the pinks. I'm crazy. Okay, then you get 3 of these. 3? Yeah. And 3 they say is a sweater quantity. 3 of these. These are the big twist. It's in a real pretty pink color. Isn't that pretty? Isn't that color pretty? So it's light rose, 100% acrylic, 3 skeins. They say makes a sweater. 380 yards. You get so much good yardage. And you guys, this is sold at Joann's. If you've never used it, it's like their house yarn. It is nice and soft. It's not as soft as I love this yarn, but it's pretty damn close, and it's really nice. I knitted my boho cardigan in this colorway and in this yarn, and I loved it. I held it double to make a chunky yarn out of it, and I loved it. So you can choose 3 of those or 3 of this color. So the same particulars. It's big twist. Okay. So it's still all the particulars are the same, but this is called cream. Or you can choose 3 of these. This cream is beautiful. Isn't that gorgeous? Okay, so you get to choose your yarn, which one you want. You get to choose your bag, whether you want the purple or the pink. You get to choose your yarn, pink, beige, purple, or the lava cake. Yeah, let's just call this one lava cake if this is the one that someone wants. But I already know what she's choosing. I pretty much know. Also, these little pencil cases, aren't they so cute, you guys? So these I think are good for crochet needles, knitted needles, makeup brushes, pencils, whatever you want to do. Just so cute to have that in there. And this is kind of a lavender. It's like a lavender pink, so it's kind of in between, and the turquoise top. And then a pink clear bag for like notions. And you guys look how cute. This opens up like this, so it's gusseted. And it says stuff. You get that. You get these stickers. You guys, what I think is so cute about this, for one, grandma. I'm such a grandma. I do everything a grandma does. I'm old enough to be a grandma, and I love knitting and sewing and all that. Look how cute. It's a bowl of yarn, and then that could be knitting needles or crochet needles. Look at the buttons. Look at the thread. Look at the cookies. It's just so, it's so grandma. I love it. It's so knitting or crochet. So those are stickers. I won't go through the book because I went through the book last week, but it's called A Hand Knit Romance. Now, if you are a crocheter and these are knitting patterns, right? Either keep the book because maybe you are like, well, I do want to learn to knit someday, and you'll have a knitting book. Or if you have a YouTube channel, give it away as a prize. Or give it to one of your friends who knits. So take it and run with it and either use it or give it away as a gift or use it as a prize for one of your videos or lives, whatever you want to do. I will not be insulted, okay? Now, in these giveaways, everyone's going to like everything that you give away. What else? Okay, is that everything that's in here? Oh, stitch markers. So then I put the stitch markers in this cute little bag, the cupcake bag. Aren't those cute? Where did I get these? I think I either got these at Dollar Tree or Daiso. I can't remember. I love cute little bags like that. So whenever I see them, I pick them up so I can throw people's happy mail in there. Okay, there's this stitch marker. And there's a little key at the bottom. Isn't that pretty? This one's, oh, that one's more done in like more neutrals. This one's done in pink. Look at the little key on the bottom. It's so cute. And then this one's done in like a turquoise color. And it has a teapot on the bottom. Isn't that cute? So, let me put these back in the bag so they don't get lost. So 3 stitch markers. Okay, so let's talk about who won. So, let's see something. Oh my God, I have so much stuff piled up in front of me. Okay, so I can't remember how many people I had. I think I had 45 or 50 people. And so I had Alexa choose 1 through 45 or 1 through 50. Let's say 1 through 45. And she chose number 6. So that was the 6th comment. So that's how I do it. And the 6th comment was, dun, dun, dun. Wait a minute. I have something really cool. 1 second. I forgot I have these, so I can use these. I'll be using them tomorrow, and I'll tell you guys why. Okay, so, dun, 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 dun. Rose likes crochet. Yay! Congratulations! Yay, Rose! Love you, girl. Love you. So Rose likes crochet is the 6th person who made a comment. So she gets to win this wonderful giveaway. And I went through my stash and found purple yarn because I'm like, okay, Rose likes crochet. We all know Rose likes crochet, likes purple yarn. So I'm like, okay, I got to find her some purple yarn in my stash. So of course I found purple. So Rose, I mean, I'm pretty sure this is what you're choosing. But let me know if you want maybe a different color. Maybe you have enough purple and you want some pink or beige or this other color. So let me know what you want. Let me know which color bag you want. If you want the purple or the pink one. I'm pretty sure you're going to choose the purple one. So just let me know. And that is it, I think. Yes. Oh, this is the last announcement. Very important announcement. Okay, I will be going live, which is why I have these. I'll be going live every Friday morning, 8 a.m. Pacific time. So you can Alexa that or you can Google that to find out what time in your state if you're not West Coast. Because I'm West Coast. So it's every Friday, 8 o'clock in the morning, 8 a.m. Pacific time. I'm going to go live for an hour or two, probably an hour and a half to 2 hours. It'll probably be 2 hours. You guys, 2 hours goes like that. I do another live on Sundays. But this one's going to be for all knitters, crocheters, and fiber enthusiasts, or anybody who just wants to come and listen and have a good time. So I'm calling it Angie's yarn party because I'll tell you why tomorrow I'll be using these. Angie's yarn party. I love them. Got them at Dollar Tree. So I have a whole bunch of them. I have glasses. So these will be used at certain times. I have these glasses. Oh, it's going to be fun, you guys. It's going to be fun. And I have all of these to blow with. And then I have these glasses too. Like little flowers. So join me tomorrow, every Friday, 8 a.m. Pacific time for Angie's yarn party. On Sundays, now that's all going to be about knitting, crocheting, if you spin yarn, if you just like yarn, if you just like fiber. And then on Sundays, I go live again, and that's all. I do mixed media, and on that chat, on that live, and I call it Angie's art party. But you can do whatever you want. You can come over, and everybody talks and just crafts along, or they're knitting or they're crocheting. It does not matter. And I'm usually doing some type of mixed media. So Sundays is more, for me, more geared towards mixed media. Fridays will be geared toward knitting, crocheting, everything fibery and yarny related. But knitters and crocheters are welcome to come on Sundays, because if you want to be introduced into some mixed media, you can knit and crochet while you watch me do some stuff, do some mixed media type of stuff. You can get in the chat and talk with everybody. It's one big party. So yeah, I think it's gonna be fun. I'm excited. So so that's it, you guys. That's it. How long have I been on? I always think I can do this in a half an hour. You guys know I'm long-winded. I can't be doing nothing in no half an hour. So that is it. I will talk to you guys all tomorrow, 8 o'clock in the morning, or whatever time it is for wherever you're at. And then make sure you join me Sundays. Oh, Sunday, my live is at 2 o'clock Pacific time every Sunday. Okay? I almost didn't give you guys the time situation for that. So let me write that down too, that I need to write down I got so much stuff to put in the description. It's not even funny. Yarn party, and then my art party, Angie's art party. I'll put the times and everything in the description. So I have a lot of stuff to put in the description. Good grief. Okay, you guys, I think that's it. Is that everything? I think that's everything for today. I will talk to you guys in the next video. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd love for you to do so. If you can give this video a thumbs up. Any comments or questions, leave them below. Come visit me on Facebook and Instagram. Oh, one other thing. Oh my gosh, I have so much to say. I do also have a Facebook group. It's called Angie'S Magical Little Place. There's already a link below in the description. Everyone's welcome to that. It doesn't matter if you crochet, knit, mixed media, pottery, junk journals, art journals. It don't matter, okay? Come there, share. You can share your YouTube channel with us. You can share your Etsy shop with us. If you're having a sale, if you're just bringing something new out, share your channel with us. Share your projects with us. If you have a video of a technique or something, share that with us. It's an all-in-one shop stop place, so everything is welcome in there. The only thing that's not welcome in there is rudeness. Okay, don't be rude. But I haven't even had I shouldn't even say it, knock on wood. I haven't even had any problem with anyone being rude. I haven't had anybody over there acting a fool. So that's good. Everyone's been really sweet and really nice and just really supportive to each other. So, okay, you guys, that's it. I'm gonna let you guys go. All right. Congratulations, Rose. Girl, contact me. Oh, I keep saying goodbye and I'm not going anywhere. Rose, I already have your address. So, but I do need you to contact me. Below is my Etsy shop, and you already know about my Etsy. We've talked in my Etsy shop before, but so in below there's a direct link to my Etsy shop. Click on that, go to the right hand corner like you already know, leave me a message. Let me know, Rose, if you want the pink bag or the pink one. I'm pretty sure the pink or the purple. I'm pretty sure you can choose the purple. Let me know which yarn you want. Pink yarn, lava cake, beige or off-white, cream color, or the purple, which I'm sure you're gonna choose purple. So, all right, you guys, I'm gonna let you guys go now. Talk to you guys in the next video, next week, okay? Oh, and this is every Thursday. I'll be doing the knitting podcast, and then, like I said, we'll be going live on Fridays, 8 a.m. Pacific time. See you guys tomorrow. Bye.